right, so everybody, welcome to the training. My name is Jose. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, I live in Atlanta. I am from Puerto Rico. I was in the military for a while, retired from the military in 2011. I'm in Atlanta now, so I'm really enjoying life. I'm really doing what I want to do. Can't complain, can't complain. I actually go to Puerto Rico quite a bit, quite often, just about every month. So I started coding probably about 2 years ago, blockchain related, about 6-7 months ago. I started doing that. So I can tell you quite a bit about the blockchain. So this is why I like to do these classes, because there are things that I can tell you from my perspective that other folks may not know about, crypto and just how to stay safe with your crypto. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the video because I know it'll be easier that way. And if y'all can please just quickly tell me where you're connecting from.
Orlando.
Orlando, nice.
D is in California, I know that.
Oh, it's in Cali, okay.
Yeah, and I forget where Patricia's tuning in from.
Zelly told me she's from, she's in Houston. Oh, there she go.
Houston. I was just about to say H-Town.
H-Town. Woo-hoo.
How about D or Akins?
Like Brian said, I'm from California, so.
Okay, you're in California, D. Okay.
That's Caesar's sister.
Okay, okay. All right, cool. Nice to have you here.
And Patricia said in the chat she's from Charlotte.
Yep. North Carolina.
Via Florida. Via
And-
Florida.
Via Florida,
Yeah.
okay. What part of Florida?
Raised up in Daytona, lived in Tallahassee, and then we went to the Carolinas.
Okay. All right, cool. You like to visit places like I do. Sounds like it. All right, so I want to make sure that I stay on topic. And so the things that it's on the channel that we're going to talk about, we're going to definitely talk about all those things. But we can go into some details more than others. I mean, it's completely up to you, folks that are here. I can talk about this, forever, but I want to make sure that I stay on topic. I want to make sure that I stay on point. So let me share my screen. Y'all let me know what screen you're looking at, what you see on the screen here in a sec. Let's see.
There we go. Now we got some people coming on.
I think this is the one that I want you to see. Oh, we got more folks coming on. All right, good.
Yep. Endpoint URLs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I see. Endpoint URLs.
Which is not what we're going to talk about, but that's the screen that I want to be at. Who else? Okay, so we got Pip Daddy.
That's me.
All right, yeah. What about is it Garen?
Jaren is
Carr.
tuning in from Carolinas as well, I believe.
Okay. And we got Kay. Where you connecting from, Kay? If you can, if not, put on the chat.
You hear me?
Oh yeah, we got you. Now we do, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Kay.
Hey, Z.
You're from KC? Is that where you're connecting from?
No, Tampa.
Oh, Tampa. Oh, okay. Quite a lot of people from Florida. I'm not that far. I'm about 5-6 hours away. All right, so we're here to talk about. Did I interrupt somebody? I'm sorry.
No, I think it was somebody just laughing.
Okay. All right, so we're going to talk about wallets, right? We're going to talk about these crypto wallets, which the main two that most people use are going to be MetaMask and Trust Wallet.
May I ask a question, Ms.
Yeah.
Patricia? I saw on the news that the IRS going to start taxing people that transfer funds to PayPal, Venom, and Cash App. How can they do that? How do they know?
I mean, they know because you register with those services. So that's called KYC. That's called Know Your Customer. So it's called KYC,
Uh-huh.
right? So KYC rules say that know your customer, companies that transact the money are supposed to know who their customers is. That's why you have to, that's why you have to verify your identity, you know, with your driver license and all this other stuff. Especially on Cash App, right? If you want to buy Bitcoin and you want to transfer it, you have to verify your identity, right? So that's called know your customer. That's called KYC. So the difference between centralized and decentralized finance is decentralized finance does not need any KYC. They don't care who you are because it's decentralized. Centralized finance, like our government, right? Our government is centralized. They like to monitor people and what people do. So in order to do that, they have to know their customers and people have to register, people have to verify their identity, which is not what most of us want to do, right? We want to make money and we want the government to leave us alone. But yes, they are coming up with, you know, taxation is inevitable. I would tell you, I'll be honest, I'm at the point right now where I really don't care because, you know, the whole purpose of paying taxes is that you're making money, right? You also got to get smart with the tax laws and make sure that you're paying the minimum tax. So, you know, for those reasons, you got to make sure that you manage your business, right? Like a business person, that you're taking your deductions. You know, we could do a tax class too.
Okay,
Because my
thank
wife
you.
and I, yeah, that's not a word. My wife and I, we have a tax software company, and we have about 30 offices. So we could do a tax class as well.
Okay,
That's good to know.
All right, cool.
thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so what is a crypto wallet, right? So what is a crypto wallet? You know, the bad thing about when you do these searches, a lot of times it pops up with ads. This one doesn't seem to have any ads, but you need to scroll through and see, right? Kind of look at different definitions. And I kind of trust Coinbase when it comes to their training, and I kind of trust, you know, time.com, right? When it comes to, you know, to the accuracy of some of their news. So a wallet, right? I would say that this is incorrect. Okay, a cryptocurrency wallet is not a place to store your digital currency. Okay, that's not what a wallet is. All right, this is this is so misleading. All right, I don't like these type of definitions. Crypto wallet allows you to store your private keys. Yeah, it does that. Allows you to send, receive, and spend cryptocurrencies. Okay, so this is what it does. See, it doesn't say anything here about keeping your crypto, right? It doesn't say that. It says that it keeps your private key, right? Which is a very important concept that we need to, and you guys, I want you guys to take notes. The only way that you're going to remember this is repetition. So a private key, right? We're going to talk about a private key. Crypto wallets, they store your private keys, right? They don't store your crypto. That your crypto is not in your wallet. Your crypto is in the blockchain, right? Can we agree on that thing?
Yeah,
I need some participation.
yes.
Especially the folks that are kind of new. Please engage, you know, so that you can be part of this conversation and you'll remember the conversation. All right, so your wallet doesn't keep any money any more than, you know, the wallet in your purse or in your back pocket has most of your money. It doesn't, right? It's a place of reference, right? You also have places, most of us have places where we keep our passwords, right? We keep our passwords under passwords. Well, that's what a wallet does. A wallet keeps track of your assets. That's what it does, right? And you can find a wallet in the blockchain. And I'm going to log into my MetaMask, and I'm going to change this to this one because I really don't care about this one anymore because it was compromised. So if I come to, and I look at wallets, right, and I come to Etherscan, this is where I can come to and look at transactions on the blockchain. If I look at that wallet, And why? Oh, because I haven't done any. I need to go to BSC. You have to be on the right chain. BSC scan. So I'm looking at Binance where I want to look at this wallet because I really don't have any transactions on Ethereum on that wallet. But if you can see, right, it knows your wallet can tell you what all your transactions were, right? Just like the blockchain can do that. Your money is in the blockchain, is recorded into the blockchain like in a bank, right? The bank has all of your transactions. The bank has all the details about your money, and those details are electronic, right? The blockchain is electronic. And this is where your money, your coins are being kept in the blockchain. Nobody can access those coins. Nobody can, because they need, right? They need that thing that I just told you. They need that private key, right? So without having access to your private key, knowing your wallet address is really not that useful. Well, it's not useful at all for the purposes of managing money. It's not useful at all because you can't do anything without the private key, right? So this is what a wallet is. Now, what is the different wallet components, right? When you first sign up for a wallet, it's gonna, let me pull up Microsoft Word, or yeah. Pull up Microsoft Word. There are a few components to a wallet that we definitely need to know. And I'm looking for an MT, there we go. Okay, so wallets, right? Wallets, right? Wallets have, what do they have? Wallets have passphrase. Actually, what do they call that phrase? Anybody knows the recovery phrase? What do they call it?
I think that's what they call it, a recovery phrase, to be
Okay,
honest with you.
okay.
Seed phrase, recovery phrase.
So equals recovery phrase, right? It's also the same as your mnemonic, okay? And it is the same as your, there's so many other, but let's just, these are the main two. People cover, they call it the recovery phrase, they call it the mnemonic, right? We're not really going to talk about what a mnemonic is, because it's really not important to you. What you need to know is that your seed phrase, your recovery phrase, right, is where what gives you, right? It gives you your, it gives you your private key, right? From your seed phrase, from those 12 words, right? Because it's 12 words, right? And it's 12 words. Right, and let me just give you an example. An example could be red, could be fox, could be, I don't know, issue, could be paper, right? And etc., right? Etc., etc. It's gonna be 12 words, and they're all gonna be spaced, right, with a blank space. There's no comma, there's nothing like that. It's a blank space. Team, when you first sign up for a wallet and you go through the procedures, you need to write your 12 words on a piece of paper, okay? On a piece of paper, number one. Number two, you need to write them as such, right? You need to put number one and, red, right? Number two, well, you all get the point because I'm using the computer, so it's gonna do this stupid autocorrection, right? Number two is fox, right? And so on. I want you to number them and I want you to write them from top to bottom because it needs to make sense. If your words are out of place, meaning that you scramble them and you don't know the order, you'll never be able to recover your wallet ever in your life or in several people's lifetimes, right? Anybody who gets a hold of your 12 words has your wallet. It has it. They have it, okay? They have it, your money's gone. Anybody sees your 12 words, you leave them somewhere, you lose them, your phone crashed, it fell in the toilet, your dog ate it, your kid did something to it. And so now all your wallets were on your phone, right? And so now you don't have your seed phrase because you didn't write it down. Right? Guess what happens? Guess what happens if you got $10,000 worth of money? Guess what happens to that money?
Spent.
Say again?
Spent.
Well, I mean, it's there. It's just gonna stay there. It's like looking through a window.
You mean if you
Right.
if you lose your 12-word phrase, you mean?
Yeah, if you lose your 12-word
Okay.
phrase,
I
yeah.
thought you meant if somebody got it. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you lose it, if you lose it, your phone breaks,
Oh.
your dog eats it, your kid drops it in the toilet, and now you don't have your phone and you need to restore your wallets. If you never wrote this thing down and you can't find it, your money's gone. Right? This is the reality. Team, I got a wallet that I can see. I can see the wallet, but I can't. This is from when I started doing this like 3-4 years ago. I created this wallet and I got an airdrop of Kick token, which is an exchange that opened like 3-4 years ago. It's a legit exchange. I never messed with the Kick token, right? Last time I looked at it was like a year ago, it was like $9. I just recently looked at it. I mean, within the last 2 months, I got $17,000 in there.
Oh.
And I can't do nothing with it because I can't find the freaking seed phrase. Right? 17 G's. 17 G's. So it's none to play with, right? So you get the seed phrase. From the seed phrase, you get the private key. You cannot get the seed phrase from the private key. In other words, if you lose your seed phrase, but you got your private key, you're still good because you can still come to MetaMask and you can still import your wallet into MetaMask. You can still do that with the private key. But you'll never be able to recover your 12 phrases. You'll never be able to recover them because you cannot reverse engineer the process. It is impossible, okay? So those two things, you need to come here, right? If you're using MetaMask, you need to come here to account details and export your private key. You put in your password and boom, it's going to show the private key. It's going to show it, right? MetaMask is very advanced. It's a very advanced tool. I actually do not like Trust Wallet. I don't, not for anybody who has any experience. Now, for new folks, yes, you need to be on Trust Wallet, okay? Trust Wallet is going to keep you from making a lot of mistakes that a new person can easily make a mistake on MetaMask, right? Easily. MetaMask has a lot of choices. You can switch the net. I can go from one net to the other, right? So look, if I go from Kovan to Binance, right? It looks like I lost my coins, but I didn't. Right? All my coins is still there. I just need to go to the right chain in order to see the money. Right? I don't have any ETH, but on the Kovan testnet, this is test Ether, it's fake Ether. I got 0.0999, whatever, right? I don't have anything else. On Binance, I don't have anything. I got some other stuff here. I transfer the stuff that was important. Again, if I switch to Ether, right, I don't see my Binance. But in Trust Wallet, you don't have to select the chain. In Trust Wallet, it's multi-chain. So it automatically lets you see anything that you have, right? Automatically lets you see that. So Trust Wallet for a beginner is much easier to use. It allows you to learn, as you're able to make transactions. Now, let me talk about some of the settings on MetaMask. All right, so you can come to general, right? Currency conversion. This is where you select where you're at. You need to come through this, okay? You need to come through this and make sure that you have the right settings. The language, right? You don't need this. And you don't want to hide tokens without balance. I don't want to do that. So I have it off. Okay, so then I go back, go to advanced. I'm not going to reset the account. Don't need to look at any logs. You can sync it with your mobile. What this is going to do is going to sync any transactions that are recorded on the wallet are going to be sent to your mobile app as well. Advanced gas control. If you want to, again, these are very advanced settings. We could do an advanced class later. Hex data, you don't need it. Conversion test nets, you don't need that. You don't need that. Auto lock, yes. Yes, you need to have an auto lock, all right? I have mine set for 5 minutes. I've already saved it before, so it's automatically gonna lock. That means the wallet is gonna lock, right? It's gonna come here and it's gonna lock, right? Boom, by itself. I'm not gonna do that right now. If you have a ledger, which is our hard wallet, then you can connect it through MetaMask. I wouldn't suggest doing that. Okay, I would not suggest doing that because now MetaMask has access to your ledger. And most importantly, your browser, right? So I'm using what is this? Chrome. So Chrome has access to the ledger as well. Because remember, this is a Chrome app, right? This is a web browser wallet. That's what this is. So it's connected to my browser, right? Anything that I do on this wallet, it could be seen through the browser, right? If the security is not up to standards. So I'm looking to see if there's anything here on MetaMask. I don't see it. But there are tools that I can use. Like there's something called Web3. So I can connect to my Web3 tool and I can see if there's any Web3 connections like these and see if there's any leakage, any vulnerabilities on that connection. Let's see. Okay, so different types of wallets. There's paper wallets, which is the stuff that you write on a piece of paper, which you need to do so, trust me. Right, take it from me, $17,000 and counting. Right, you need to write them down on a piece of paper. Then you need to know where you put that at. Then you have a hardware wallet, which is something like a USB. It looks like a USB drive, but they're the most secure type of wallet that you're going to connect to the internet is going to be a hardware wallet, right? The most secure. But again, you're going to be doing advanced features with a hardware wallet, right? So, but it is the most secure. And I'll talk about why that is so important here in a few. And then you have online wallets, which are called hot wallets. Okay, these are called cold. Okay, hardware wallets are called cold wallets. Online wallets are also called hot wallets because they are pretty much always connected, right? My MetaMask is always active. It's always active. Even if I lock out, right? Even if I lock out, the app is still connected. There is still a physical electronic connection, even though I'm locked out, right? So settings. Because this is, please don't load your contacts to MetaMask. Okay, to me, that would be a security breach. I would consider that. Security and privacy, you can reveal your recovery phrase. If you don't write it down, I recommend that you do that and write on a piece of paper. You want to show incoming transactions, yes. You want to use phishing detection, yes. The metametrics, yeah, they don't take any of your info. All that stuff is pretty good to go. Alerts, yes. You want to get alerts, whether you are connected or unconnected, right? You want to get these alerts. Networks, if you want to add a network, this is what you will come to add a network. Experimental, please don't use this, okay? Token detection. What this does is, I call it the lazy people switch, okay? If you don't have a token in your wallet, then let's see, you can import a token, right? So I can import a token. So you can take a token address, right? And you can add a token if you don't have it already in your wallet. Let's say that you bought a new token that just came out, ABCX on Binance, right? So we're on Binance, and I don't have that token, right? I can go to import token and I can put the token contract. Somebody give me a new token. Okay, I'll show you. Let me show you this one. because this is the reason also why my wallet was compromised. I don't know what the hell this is, but let's go here.
Jose, quick question.
Yeah.
MetaMask, can you use that with Brave browser?
There's only if they have the extension. I know they have it for Firefox and for
Yeah, you can.
Firefox.
I use it. I use Brave personally.
Okay.
Awesome,
MetaMask.
Awesome. So there you go, Jaren. You can use it with Brave.
Oh,
browser.
thanks. I didn't see it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
no
it.
worries. No worries, man.
So let's go to import this token, right? If I import that token, right, it tells me the symbol and it gives me the decimal, right? This is how you import a token. Now, I'm not going to import this token because it's not a good token. Now, if you don't have that setting on that I just showed you, right? If you don't have this experimental setting on, it's off, right? It's off. It's not going to auto detect those tokens that you buy, but are not in your wallet yet. It's very important that you do not have that thing set up. And the reason for it is because you only want tokens in your wallet that you know are safe, right? For example, this token that I just pulled up is not a safe token, right? It was airdropped. It was airdropped into my wallet. You know, this is whatever this mellow is, this thing is, right? They sent me 821 9 days ago, and it came from, let's look at the transaction hash, because you can look through all this. It came from this, whatever this is, this B4, right? Somebody's wallet, it looks like. It's not a contract. It's not a contract, so this is somebody's wallet that sent me this. So I didn't send it to myself, right? So that's the first flag. I didn't send it to myself. And when I click on the token, right? Let me go look at that token. Right? Okay, this is not the contract. Okay, don't go here. This is not the contract. Okay. You need to click right here where it says contract. You need to click on this. The other reason for that is because addresses have a property called checksum, right? They are checked for validity. Any address that doesn't have any uppercase letters is not checksum. You're not to trust any wallet, any address, contract, token, whatever. If you notice that it doesn't have any uppercase characters, don't trust it. That is not the right address that you want to get. I want to click on this. And if you notice now, the contract address is here now. And if you notice, there's uppercase and there's lowercase letters, right? Now, this is a checksum address. This is what you want to use. You use anything other than this, somebody takes your coins, you're gonna be in a bad place. I guarantee it. Okay, so now that I come here, right to the right contract, now I can go to contract here. The first thing that I notice, there's no check mark on that contract. So if there's no check mark, it's not verified. That means that they did not submit the code, right, to Binance. And this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at all this gibberish. I don't trust it. I don't know what it is, right? A token is nothing more than a piece of software, and it could be a virus, right? So I don't want to put a virus into my MetaMask. Somebody tells me, somebody different from the folks who are here normally. Somebody tell me somebody different. What can a virus do to your wallet? Somebody different. Let's do some thinking. What does a computer virus do?
Probably the same thing that it can do to your computer.
Okay, which is what? Let's speculate. What can it? This is your wallet. This is where you keep your money. What can a virus do to your wallet?
Damage
is-
your money.
They could do what? Say it again.
Damage your money.
Okay,
So
could
you can't
damage it.
access it. So you can't access it.
Okay, so they can
Fidencia
steal it,
said
right?
wipe you out. Fidencia said wipe you out, compromise it.
Oh yeah, compromise it. Yeah, I'm looking at the chat now. Thanks. Yeah, compromise it. They can take your money, right? So in other words, This is why you don't want to, this is why you don't want to just let any token into your wallet. The minute that you let that token into your wallet and you interact with it, it's a countdown. It's not a if they take your money, it's when they take your money. All right. It's not a if, it's a when. You don't want any tokens that you don't know anything about. I can't see anything here. So no, it's not a good token. And even if they're verified, what was that token the other day that we were chatting about? Can somebody tell me? Do you remember?
Uh-uh.
The token that had the
Yeah, it's Titan Hands. Titan Hands.
you have the address, anybody?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Put that thing in. I want to show people how a token that looks like it's valid is actually not valid. And I'm looking through the chat to see if I see it. But I don't, yeah, I'm not seeing it. Okay. Okay, got it. All right, so this contract, right? This contract has a green check mark, right? Yes or no? Yes or yes?
Yes.
It has a green check mark. So it looks like it's a valid contract. But if you don't know what it is, I still wouldn't put it because like I didn't send it to myself. I don't know. I need to look at this thing to see what the heck is going on, right? There's been some transfers. Let's see, BP20 transfers. They've all been transferred to the same place. Yeah, everybody see this? This is like whenever it was, yeah, they, and then you come to the contract, right? The problem is that you have to dig into this. What line did I say it was? Line 778. Let me go to line 778. I do read these things. Right. So 778 right here, function, swap tokens for ETH, right? The problem is that it says that it's private. It's a private function, meaning it's not public. You don't have access to it is what it means. When it's private, only the contract has access to it. When it's public, then anybody can access the function. So nobody's able to sell their tokens. Nobody can sell their tokens here. It's a private function. Right? So see, this is public, right? This is public. Right? And that's really how that works. But you know, you have to look for, like I would copy and paste that function name. That's what I did. I copied and pasted the function name and I looked for it and I saw that it was private. So you don't want those tokens to be interacting with your wallet. So do not have that setting turned on. And the setting was, what was the setting? Experimental, right? Don't turn that on. And then this is your about. So Trust Wallet, on the other hand, the setting is automatic on Trust Wallet. So any token that anybody has ever sent you is going to show up on Trust Wallet. That's why Trust Wallet to me is dangerous. To me, it's very, very dangerous because it automatically picks up any token that anybody ever sent you, right? Whether it's a good token or not. So me, I'm a little, what do you call it? I'm super scared. Can't think of the word right now.
This is
Very-
cautious.
Cautious.
Yeah, worse than that. Paranoid.
Paranoid.
Yeah. I'm very paranoid. So even though I didn't have an interaction into any of these tokens, I'm still gonna move my stuff out of my wallet. I don't care. Oh. And then the other wallets, you know, you gotta come to BSC scan or whatever chain, whatever token you want to look at and see if anybody dropped any BS in your wallet. I don't even know what the heck all this stuff is. And it happened right after Toy Dodge, right? With this one. And this next fin. It's inevitable, okay? If you're gonna be trading, buying tokens, NFTs, it's inevitable. You're gonna get this crap people send to you to try to take your money. And you can't be mad, it's part of the game. Right? Here's another one, right? The contract is BS. Right? It's just part of the game. I mean, if you want to make money, you got to take your chances. Just make sure that this also another reason why you want to split, right? Your wallets. So another thing about your wallet, what is a wallet? What is not a wallet? A wallet is like your bank account. It's like your bank. I'm sorry. A wallet is like your bank. Okay. A wallet is, where is this that I'm looking for? Can't find. Equals, kind of equals a bank, right? In a bank, you can have multiple accounts, can you? Can you have more than one bank account in the same bank? Can somebody tell me?
Yeah.
You can have more than one account, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you personally open more than one bank account in the same bank? Can you personally open more than one bank account in the same bank? Yes, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's a different way of putting it. Because this is gonna help me a little bit better. You can open many different accounts, but they're all in your name, right? They're all in your name. They may have different account numbers, different addresses, but they're all under the same bank, right? They're all gonna be, Bank of America, John Doe or Jane Doe, right? And then account numbers, and then Jane Doe can have 10 account numbers in that same bank, right? Well, wallets are similar, right? Just because you have a wallet, right? You can have multiple accounts in one wallet. You can also have, right? So MetaMask is not a wallet. MetaMask is an application. MetaMask is an application just like Trust Wallet. It's an application, right? The wallet itself is the account that you import or the account that you create, right? Because I hate the way that they call these things because they're not being consistent. When you import an account, you're actually importing a wallet. Is what you're doing, okay? You're importing the wallet. Under a wallet, you can have multiple accounts. If you notice here, I have how many wallets do I have in my MetaMask right now? Can somebody tell me how many different wallets? What is the number of wallets that I have in my MetaMask?
Cinco.
Say again?
0.
Cinco.
You said 5? Okay, he said 5. 5 is a little bit too high. I don't have 5 wallets. I have 1, 2, 3, 5 accounts.
Oh, my bad. Trick question. One wallet.
Okay.
0.
Somebody else?
0 wallets.
No, I gotta have some, at least one. I gotta have at least one.
I thought it was a trick question.
Well, it is because MetaMask.
It's not really a, I thought it was a trick question because I didn't think it was a wallet, where you hold wallets at all. I thought it was just a connection.
It's an app. It's an application that holds information, is what it is.
Yeah.
So you can store your wallet address in MetaMask. You can do that, right? You can store your wallet address in MetaMask, and you can store multiple wallet addresses in MetaMask. Right now, I have 3 addresses in MetaMask, right? So this fair sale is different, right? See that address, different address, right? And it's a different address from this test account. See, that's a different address, right? So these are different wallets. But the main reason that is because this one doesn't say imported and this one does. Remember, I had to have brought this one in with a different seed phrase. So that means that this one is also a different wallet. Is everybody following me or anybody not following me?
Yeah, I get it now.
Right? different seed phrases equals to different wallets. So this is gonna have its own seed phrase, this is gonna have its own seed phrase, and these three are gonna have the same seed phrase. These are all on the same wallet. These are different accounts under one wallet, right? If I come here, it gives me 2612. Yes. It also gives me 6E1B, right? So it's a little deceiving. It kind of lets you think that you have multiple wallets, but you don't, because the key here is the seed phrase, right? All of these different accounts, these are different accounts, not different wallets. These three different accounts share the same private key, right? They share the same private key. This one has its own private key. This one has its own private key. So I have one private key, two private keys, three different private keys, right? In MetaMask, these wallets cannot see each other. So the Fair Sale wallet cannot see the private key for coin launch. It's impossible. It's a physical impossibility. But what can happen is when I get into Fair Sale, right? Let's say that I have Ethereum tokens. Let's say that I have Binance tokens. Let's say that I have Matic tokens, all in the same wallet, right? All in the same wallet. Because that wallet was compromised and they have my private key, all they have to figure out now is how many tokens do I have on what chain, and they could start moving them. As soon as they figure out, right, the tokens that I keep on each network, they start moving stuff, right? That's how fast it's gonna happen. The reason why I have it broken into three different wallets is to minimize, right, the impact of anything that was, compromised. Because that means that we'll have to have the private key to this wallet, the private key to this wallet, and the private key to any other wallet that they want to move the money from. And that makes it a little bit more secure. Would y'all agree or no? Right.
Yeah.
So they may be able to see where I moved the money because you can see the transaction. Anybody can trail the transaction, and I can see that you moved it from one wallet to the other. But it doesn't matter because they're not going to have the private key. So I don't care that they can see the movement. I just want to move the money so it could be secure in another wallet with a different private key. And I have my money split up into different wallets. So it's not all, so I don't take a big hit if I do ever take a hit, right? Not going to be a big one. Trust Wallet doesn't have that benefit, right? Trust Wallet, because it automatically loads any tokens that anybody sent you, the security is a little bit less, right? To me, it's less secure than MetaMask. But the most secure one is going to be a cold wallet, which is a hardware wallet, because a hardware wallet is not going to do anything if it's not plugged in, right? It's like it's not turned on, so it can't. Remember, what's going to make the transfer is the app. The application is the one that is making the transfer. So let's say that I go to Uniswap, right? Or you guys deal mostly with Pancake swap or Poocoin. Let's go to Poocoin, right? Let's go to Poocoin and I connect my wallet, right? Because you have to connect it. I need to be on Binance. So you got to make sure that you're always on the right chains, right? So now I'm connected, right? I'm connected here to, I should be connected. Yep, I'm connected. So this is what's on my wallet, right? It tells me. So one good thing about Poocoin, if you got any shit coins, it's going to tell you right here, right? Because it shows you any tokens that you have connected with. So this is how I knew. I came to Poocoin. I was, what the hell is all these tokens? I was like, and then I was, okay, let me go to my history. Okay, that's my history. Let me go to my wallet. I was like, oh no. So then I went to the BSC scan to confirm that I had crazy tokens that I never requested. So you can come here and let's go to one of the history. Let's go to docs, right? So if I go to docs and I want to trade, this is what's actually going to access your private key, right? This interface here is what you're going to give access to the private key when you connect it to the website. So it's not MetaMask that's making the transaction, right? So it's not the app itself is what I'm trying to tell you. MetaMask is not a wallet. MetaMask is not going to transfer any money unless you do it directly here on the swap, right? Unless you do it directly here on a send, right? You want to send somebody money. That is the only way that MetaMask is actually going to do anything for you. If you are on a website like Poocoin and you're using the interface to trade, ladies and gentlemen, this is what's asking permission, right? Through the blockchain directly, using your private key because you gave it access to, because it's connected to MetaMask, right? So it's connected, right? And it tells you what it can read. Permissions. View the addresses of your permitted accounts required, right? It also going to access your private key because you cannot make any transactions. You cannot buy or sell anything without your private key. So MetaMask is given access to Pancake swap, right? To Poocoin, to be more precise. Is this making sense, team? This is how this works. So when you're done with the website, now we're talking about security, you want to make sure that, right, you come to MetaMask and you disconnect, right? It's going to tell you the accounts that are connected to this side and this side only. Team, if you want to disconnect for good, you need to come here to connect the sites, right? Because look, this one here wasn't showing up just a minute ago, right? If I go to connect it, look, the other one is not showing up, right? If you want to see everything that you're connected to, you come here to connect the sites, right? I'm going to disconnect from all of the, because I don't want these people to have access to my private key when I'm not doing nothing with them, right? So I'm disconnecting everything. Come to the Ethereum mainnet, right? And just kind of double check, right? There's nothing connected. Well, I know there's nothing connected because I checked here and I know there's nothing connected, right? Last thing I want to do is I want to lock it out, okay? Locking the wallet by itself without disconnecting does you no good, okay? It doesn't really do you any good because you gave this website permission to your private key. Even if your MetaMask is locked, it still has a electronic collection, right? Behind doors, behind the browser. Through the browser connection, you gave a permission to access your private key, even though it is locked, right? This is where people mess up, right? Because team, see, I'm not connected right now. This is why it's asking me, it's begging me to connect, right? Begging me to connect. Trust and believe. It's just like the tree that makes a sound when you're not around, right? Even though you're not seeing it because this thing is locked, if you leave something connected to the website, you are still going to be connected. Okay, you're still going to be connected if you lock and you don't disconnect. And I know that I like to like kind of harp on that, but man, so many people that I know a guy that lost $43,000 because of a crap token, right? That he got, and he interacted with the token. He left his wallet connected, and because he left it connected, they had access. They went in, boom, moved all his stuff. 43K, and it was fake. Actually, he went from $600 to 43K
Oh, that's
on
great.
Feg.
And lost.
Yep.
Ugh,
Oh yeah.
the
So let's
horror.
Yeah. So we talked about identifying potential threats, right? That's what you do here when you take your wallet address and you paste it here, right? You are looking for potential threats, right? You need to come, you're not going to see it here on the default. You need to come to BEP20 tokens, or you need to come to, and let me drop it here. You need to come to ERC20 tokens, but I haven't done any. So you're not going to see any transactions for ERC20, right? But you got to come to the BEP20 or ERC20 transaction and look to see if anybody has been dropping stuff on your wallet, and it may be time to make a move. All right. Let me see. So I talked to you about MetaMask and Trust Wallet, the pros and cons. If you're a beginner, by all means, you should be on Trust Wallet, but you need to keep in mind what I've talked about security, because even though you're a newbie, and you're in Trust Wallet, you still need to be looking to see if anybody's dropping any crazy tokens, right? It may be time to burn that wallet and send everything to a new wallet. And I gave you steps to follow, right? If your wallet is compromised, right? You want to create another wallet, team. If your wallet is compromised right here on this same MetaMask, right? Right here on this MetaMask, I have a new wallet. This wallet is compromised. I can't come here and do a new account. Okay, it's doing me nothing. It's doing me no good. It's account number 6, right? It's account number 6 of this ones, of these 3. It's gonna be number 6 of those 3, meaning that I'm creating an account within a compromised private key. Does that make sense? Because I'm doing it on the same wallet. I didn't leave the wallet. Right? I'm still here in the same wallet. So if I come here and I create a new account, I'm creating an account in a compromised wallet. No, to create a new, remember, you're not creating a new account, you create a new wallet. To create a new wallet, you must get a new seed phrase. So you need to go to BitPay. If it's going to be an Ethereum wallet, you can do it on Trust Wallet. You can create a new wallet on Trust Wallet, and it's going to give you a new seed phrase. The bottom line is, if you did not get a new seed phrase, it's not a new wallet. So what you need to do is create a new wallet somewhere, get the seed phrase, and then come in here, right, and import your account. Import your account, right? You're going to paste your private key string, or you could do, well, no, you don't want to do JSON. Well, you could do your private key. So Trust Wallet is not going to give you your private key. That is the bad thing about that. Trust Wallet is not going to give you a private key. You can also, if you want to use a different wallet, you can use the Binance wallet, right? You have to log in, and then you can create, by using your Binance wallet, you can create another wallet. You can create a new BSC wallet, which is probably what we're talking about, right? Because we're talking about doing these, trading a lot in BSC and Pancake swap. So just make sure that it's for whatever chain network that you want to use it for, okay? If you send tokens to the wrong network, they're usually pretty lost. If you send from Ethereum to Binance, Binance wraps them. It converts them to a Binance token. So you're still going to have it, but you're going to have to then convert it to something else now. You made a mistake and, you lost a couple of, coins on fees, but at least you didn't lose your coins, right? Because they'll still be there if you send from Ethereum to Binance. If you send from Binance to Ethereum, though, don't work that way. Right? Ethereum is not going to look right for you. You're going to lose your money if you send from Binance to Ethereum, and it's not the right token. Okay, team, any questions? I want to leave it open for some questions right now. We can take, I don't know if there's anything scheduled at 8, but
Yeah, I had a question. No, we don't have anything scheduled.
He canceled. It was at 8:30, but he canceled earlier today.
all right, cool. Go ahead, shoot.
So I heard you saying that this is something that we discussed before in our, our Facebook chat, DeFi Defenders. So you said that creating another account on MetaMask creates another private key. I thought that wasn't the case. I thought you have the same private key, just a different account.
No, so that's what I said. If you come in, you just create another account, all you're doing is creating a new address, a new account address, not a wallet address. Right? There's different types of address. You can have account addresses, you can have wallet addresses, you can have contract addresses, right? We know that they all follow the same format. We know this. And if you didn't know, then you need to know this. Like for example, on Binance chain, a wallet address, a contract address, which is a token address, any other type of address, we're talking addresses. They're all formatted the same. Right? They're all formatted the same. So when I say address, I wanted to make a distinction also that I'm talking about a wallet address, not an account address. If you want to create a new address and you come to account, this is creating a new account address, right? Not a new wallet, a new account address. It's going to use a private key that you already own. And it's more than likely the one that's already compromised. So what I'm saying is you got to go to a whole nother app, not the same one where you have, because I'm talking about this 138B, right, which is compromised.
Oh,
So what I need to do is, like, for example, I'm using Chrome. So if I open up Firefox, right, if I open up Firefox, I also have MetaMask on Firefox, right? And if I've never created a wallet in this particular app, then I can create one, but I've already done that, right? So you got to find an app that's going to allow you to create a new wallet. The Binance one lets you do that. The Binance app lets you create a new wallet. And Trust Wallet lets you create a new wallet. The problem with Trust Wallet is that you're not going to get your private key. So you're not going to be able to import it. You're not going to be able to come to MetaMask and then import it. So creating a new wallet is going to take you a little bit of work. You know, it should probably take you about 10 minutes to create a new wallet. And then you have to import it, right, into MetaMask, or you make the transaction from wherever you want to make the transaction. The important thing is that you create a new wallet with a new seed phrase, right? You load it to an app, because you're going to have to load it to an app so it can work. And then you send money, right, from your compromised address to your new address, to your new wallet address. Does that make sense? And that's how we fix that problem.
sir.
Not only do you have to send, but not only do you have to send, because you're probably going to think, okay, I was only compromised on BNB. No, you were compromised on whatever that wallet is holding. That's why I talked about the chains, right? So if you have MetaMask, then you need to come to Ethereum to see if that particular wallet address is also holding Ethereum. It's possible. It's possible because Binance and Ethereum wallets are the same, the addresses are the same. So you can hold Ethereum and you can hold Binance tokens on the same address, right? It's just a matter of when you send the token that you're sending it to the right net, right? You need to be able to be on the right net when you send it, or you can lose your tokens, right? But this is later when we talk about sending tokens, right? Right now, I want you to focus on security and what you need to know for security. Right. Any questions, or anybody, did that not make sense?
Yeah, I actually had a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I started with MetaMask on Chrome. I had a wallet that was breached, so I had to transfer everything to my Brave browser, MetaMask. Now that I don't have anything on Chrome, just a wallet that I don't use, is there a way to delete all of my data for
So you want to,
MetaMask?
yeah, so you want to create a new wallet in that with that same app, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you got to do is you got to come here to you have to come to settings, and you have to do that reset. Where is it? Security. There's a reset. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Remember? I don't know. Where was it? Advanced reset account.
Oh, all right.
See, and you got to re-enter your secret recovery phase. So if you don't want to do that, you can always go through the process of creating. It'll ask you the question: do you have a wallet, a secret recovery phrase, or do you want to start from scratch? It's going to ask you that. But you have to reset the account. You can also uninstall. You can also remove the app and reinstall the app, right? You can also do that, because if you reset, you're going to need. Oh no, it's not asking me for anything. Oh, that's very dangerous. Yeah, don't click it too many times. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So in theory, if you let's say you have Chrome, Brave, and Firefox, essentially you could have 3 different instances of MetaMask, right?
Yeah, with 3 different wallets.
Three different wallets, 3 different private keys.
Yeah.
So let's say if you were to open up an account on Chrome and then reset it, and then open another one and then reset it, could you import each one of those and they would each have different private keys? Or when they get
Absolutely. Yeah, I do that. That's what I just did when I.
That's something that we were kind of talking about the other day, an idea for creating more security.
Yeah, you can reset them.
Okay, that makes sense. That's definitely something we should probably teach a class on that, how to set up 5 different private key wallets
me-
within the same MetaMask.
Let me do something right quick. I'm logging onto my Binance because I like the Binance one. Let me try something on this. I actually love their freaking wallet app.
Really?
Yeah.
The only reason why I'm cautious with it is because their customer service sucks, and I've heard of so many people getting money stuck on it.
Well, no, you're not gonna deal with their wallet. You're not gonna deal with Binance. Not with it's just an app. It's just a wallet app.
Okay.
It's Binance.org that created this. No, you cannot create more than one. Yeah, no, I can't create more than one on Binance either.
That's great.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay because the way to do it then would be to reset, and redo. There's other, like you could do it with code also. You can create your own wallets. Using code, but and then that'll yield a private key. But yeah, you would come in, you would delete. Yeah, you would delete all of them, or one at a time, and then when you first, I like doing it when you first. Let me see, where's the one that it goes to the? Where's the one that it goes expanded view right here? Yeah, when you first start, I kind of like doing it this way. Just leave it on the web page because it makes it easier to add the wallets and add the networks later. I can give you like a more advanced class. Because a lot of times when you come to add the networks, it's a pain because you come here to add a network. Or they put it on settings. Where was it? Networks. You come here to add a network, right? But if I want to copy and paste from a website, because I don't want to type all that crap, the minute that I click off, right? Sometimes that screen will go away. And it's like, crap, I got to go back to that screen. But if you do it here, right? If you do it here, it's not going to float away, right? It's right here. So this is a lot easier to do some of the stuff you got to do. If you go to the expanded view, when you go here to expanded view. But yeah, I would delete it. I would just delete it instead of do the reset. I would delete the app because you can remove from Chrome. As soon as you do that, all the data is gone. And then you go back and you find it, you reinstall it, right? Every time you reinstall it, it's going to ask you, do you want to, start with a fresh wallet? Say yes. Boom. That's it. Make sure that you look at your private key and your seed phrase, because once you delete the data, that's it, right? It's done. So you got to remember to do that before you kill it. Any other questions? And I see the pre-sale question. That's a little bit more advanced. Let me see if anybody else has anything to say here. Any other questions?
Hey, Dad. I mean, Jose, must be my bad.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jose. Can you go over for the fact that a lot of iOS users won't be able to use Trust Wallet as Android users can?
Okay, say that again.
Like a lot of iOS users, like iPhone users, won't be able to use like Trust Wallet, like the Dex applications. Is there a way that you can go over how to use SafePal?
How to use what? What is it called?
SafePal.
SafePal.
So
SafePal?
iPhone users can't use Trust Wallet because of the DApps.
Yeah, the Dex is not available. The
Yeah.
Dex is not available on iOS.
Right. So for SafePal, it's easier for iOS users to download the app. And
I don't know SafePal. Is that for iOS only?
right, it's for iOS.
Okay.
It's for Android as well. I have it on Android. So it's SafePal's they have a hardware wallet called SafePal, but they also have a cold wallet that can go along with it. It's pretty dope. I downloaded it, so we could always host a class on how to set people up on it and stuff.
Yeah, because I don't know that wallet, and I don't.
You can import,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. You can import your phrase keys from Trust Wallet into your SafePal to mirror each other. So you can like go on the DApps on the SafePal and it'll show in your Trust Wallet as well.
yeah, but the problem would be, can you keep it? Because I have it right here on the screen. I don't know if it has the setting where you can actually keep it from automatically loading stuff.
Like airdrops and stuff.
Yeah, from loading, like that setting that you have on MetaMask that it doesn't automatically load any token that's already in your wallet, only the ones that you want to tell it to load,
Right.
to interact with.
Yes,
You know.
that's there's a feature on there like that as well
There's a feature on what? On
SafePal.
Okay. All right. I mean, that might be for someone who's just starting to do that stuff. I wouldn't do like dexes on these apps and stuff like that. I wouldn't do that. I just don't. Personally, you could, but I'm gonna tell you, the more money you start making in crypto, the more you wanna do things, the more secure way. You know what I mean? Right now, these tools do facilitate and they do help the learning. What I say is, as you get more advanced, you're gonna want to get away from using these kind of tools and going more into the more secure other tools that are not doing so much for you, because remember, with automation comes exposure, right? Because it may be doing some, like Trust Wallet is doing something that I don't want it to do. I don't want it to load the tokens that everybody sends me, right? To me, that's a security issue. So, but everybody has to make their own choices. This looks like a pretty good one. Personally, I got away from iOS devices because of these issues. The iOS app usually it usually underperforms the Droid app. Same thing for MetaTrader 4. If you go to MetaTrader 4, the MetaTrader 4 app for Android is far superior than the MetaTrader 4 app for iOS.
They allowed it for the people in the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Join
It is,
life.
and trust me, I use both. I use Mac and I use PC. I do development on those. I write code on Mac and I write code on PC. They both got their uses. I like Mac for a reason. I like PC for a different reason. But when it comes to freedom and when it comes to the quality of the apps and not having your data exposed to third-party issuers, then I would say the Android is probably better for that. Even though people say, oh, but you have all these viruses. I never had a virus on an Android. Never. And on iOS, you best believe that third party is buying all of your data. Not that, but you have performance issues with the apps, like you can't do the Dex, you can't do certain things. It's I don't know, it's a matter of choice, but I made that choice about 3 years ago. And I still got a MacBook.
There's also a lot of new security issues on Apple due to some new legislature. If you don't know what I'm referring to, look into it.
Yeah. You're talking about what was that? That's on the App Store.
Basically, just to sum up what I read about, the government gets to decide what Apple can send to the government or not. And I mean, if you really think about it too hard, you can see why that's a problem.
Yeah. I don't like any of that. I don't like any of that stuff.
Hey, quick question.
Yeah.
Is it safe to say that as far as doing crypto, it's more efficient to use Windows/Android compared to MacBook iOS mobile phone?
No, I wouldn't say that, and just because it's a little bit too general of a category. I would say that I would agree. I would say this. I would make this statement. It's probably easier and more secure to use a Droid versus an iPhone, an Android versus an iPhone. So I'm comparing device to device. I'm on the cell phones. Your Android is going to be the most secure. It's going to be the fastest. It's going to have the best features. When it comes to computers, right? Mac versus PC, to me, they're equally matched. You know, like I said, I use PC for one thing and I use Mac for another. But to me, when it comes to using the MacBook and interacting through websites, it's all the same. It's just like using a PC. The only advantage that you may have is that you may have more compatibility on the PC side with apps and things of that nature than on the Mac. You may have less compatibility. You may be able to find less apps to work with. But I usually find myself coding more on my PC than on my Mac. Just because it's really not that much difference right now to me. Yeah, I'm probably going to check this thing out.
Cool, thanks.
Yep. Any other questions? Okay. The Dex, you got to go back to that link where you bought it, where you bought your pre-sale, because they're different. Sometimes there are different ways to claim a token, and you have to wait until a certain time. So, but without a doubt, you got to click back on that link that you went to bought it, and when you connect it's going to ask you to connect your MetaMask. When you connect your MetaMask, then it's going to be a button or somewhere. It's going to tell you claim your pre-sale, right? Claim your stake tokens or whatever. There's going to be a button, and once you do that, then it's going to go through the app, and it's going to ask you to confirm the transaction. Did I miss anything?
Spot on.
Yeah. All right, but definitely don't lose that link where you bought it, because then you're going to have to ask people around, and then that's going to take you
I've actually
longer.
had that issue where for some reason the project removed the pin post that had the DXL on it, and I couldn't even find it. Like I had to search for it and find it through my history. So if you don't have that exact link, it can be kind of hard to get to. But yeah, if the pre-sale's already done and they're launched, then you should be able to claim. And if not, you just, like you said, you just have to wait. So it really depends on the project. And if you have any issue and you can't claim your tokens, then just reach out to one of us and we'll look out for you and see what we can do. See if we can figure it out.
Yeah, we got you.
It's a beautiful thing, that we have the DeFi defenders. Everyone's good at something. Jose knows stuff that none of us know. He knows the inside and outs. He knows the coding, development, the interior of blockchain, how it works. You know what I mean? I just look for projects. I look for money making opportunities. I look at teams. We got Alex. Everyone just has their own specialty. So
I see how it is.
What?
No, you mentioned my name and then you just kind of stopped. I was like,
oh, my bad. I felt like I was talking too much, so I was just like,
no, you're good. No, I was just messing with you.
I was like, yeah, then we got Alex.
Like that meme. And your friend Steve.
Anybody got any other questions? Crypto related or not necessarily wallet, but anything crypto related?
Yeah, what's your price target on BTC?
On Bitcoin, that's what I would say about Bitcoin. Let me get my chart. Let me. That's not what I want. What do I? Hold on. Let me find. I do have them here. Let me.
What the fuck?
Looking, I got so many windows open. For my charts. Nope, React tutorial. That one it. Okay, where did I put? Ah, here they go. So where am I? Bitcoin. Here we are. Man, Shiba don't shut up. Yep.
Shiba went ham.
Oh man, I love Shiba. This is Binance Coin 470. Yes, baby. Come back to Papa. Come back. Oh, there's Bitcoin. So Bitcoin. If we go, this is the problem. This is the good thing and the bad thing about Bitcoin. That is not what I wanted. I wanted that over here. This one was pretty good too, Gala, and now it's acting all shitty. Bitcoin, okay. Bitcoin is coming into a hell of a teacup. And is very likely to reject right here, this area. Because it's a teacup. Shit, I mean, it's a very strong pattern. So it's gonna reject for a little bit. Who knows for how long? Whatever. So we're stuck here in this range. There's a lot of participation here, and we never had any history here, right? We never had any price history here. So this is good. This is important to the market. It's healthy for the market to stay within a range because it establishes acceptance of price, right? When it stays in a range, that means prices here are being accepted. These prices were rejected. These prices are accepted, and then these prices were rejected. So when Bitcoin breaks out, it needs to break above 65. But before Christmas, I don't see it. I don't see it going above 70 before Christmas. I really don't. Is it possible that it test and come back down? Yeah, but as far as like a freaking run, I don't know. I don't know. I think Ethereum is going to make a run before Bitcoin does. That's just my honest opinion. Never know. This doggone Bitcoin.
Ethereum chart next.
Say again?
Can you pull up the Ethereum chart next?
Ethereum, yeah. That's Tron. Man, Tron gave a good run too. Ethereum, yep.
What's your price prediction for Ethereum?
What did I do this fib on? I gotta see why I did that fib. And then I'll tell you why. I'll tell you where I think I want to go with this. Okay, so this was this was just the dip, 1300, and then it shot up. Okay, so this was the big move. Okay. So now that I've seen this, where is my 100 and I go with the fibs, to be honest. I think the 6,000 is definitely going to be tested. By the end of the year, I think definitely will test I would say 550, 5.5 by the end of the year. I think 5.5, and it probably needs to do that before Bitcoin makes the run. I think Ethereum needs to, if Ethereum breaks out before Bitcoin does, I think that's a good thing, personally. You know, if Bitcoin breaks away the previous high. Say again?
I was going to say that's exactly what the crypto market needs, because at this point, Bitcoin has a stranglehold. Whatever Bitcoin kind of does moves the market. And Ethereum being its next competitor, the closest to dominance in market cap, total market cap, if it starts moving on its own and it's not influenced by Bitcoin, then that means that we're actually growing the crypto,
Yeah.
cryptocurrency scene is growing. Just like in stocks, like the biggest stock is what Apple, right? I think Apple's the biggest stock, and then you got like Tesla up there. But just because Apple has a bad day or something doesn't mean the whole stock market does. You know what I mean? They're all individualized. They all kind of have their own value. But this is something I touched on too. Is if you look at the Ethereum BTC chart, and it just shows the shift in dominance, and when it does that, that's when altcoin season happens. So that's something we talked about recently as well.
Yeah, but those if yeah, so I get it, that Bitcoin Ethereum chart. The only thing is that by the time the chart shows it to you, the move has already started. We all know that because it's a lagging indicator. What I would say is there's other ways to tell like more real time, but you have to do a little bit of work if you don't have a tool. What is it that I keep saying? Who's coming? That I keep saying for Ethereum?
Talking about the hard fork.
Serenity's coming. There's 3 phases in Ethereum 2.0. And until we see the Ethereum 2.0 be released, like hopefully sometime in January, February, I don't think you're going to see that real breakaway between Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think it's going to be inevitable because what's going on is, the big money likes Ethereum. They don't really like Bitcoin. Is good, but it's not good for anything other than sending money. For making money, you need Ethereum, you need smart contracts. So for that reason, when the market cap, and so there's also a conversion, there's like a proportion that they look at, and they're looking at the proportionate market cap of Ethereum compared to Bitcoin, right? And when that proportionate, there's a ratio that they look at, and I forgot what the numbers is. And I was just listening to it like 2 days ago. When that ratio gets abolished, right? It gets demolished. When the ratio gets demolished, it means that Ethereum now is growing at a faster rate than Bitcoin. So the big money is looking at that ratio. They're looking at the ratio of market capitalization of Ethereum compared to Bitcoin. And that's more of a real-time indicator. You see that on a daily basis. EIP.
I got a question.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Taproot feature unlocking for Bitcoin?
Okay, I think I didn't hear the last part of what you were saying.
What do you think about Taproot and Bitcoin?
I don't know Taproot. Is that I'm not familiar with that.
Okay, yeah. Type in Taproot, TaproOt, Bitcoin.
Oh, Taproot
basically,
Bitcoin.
Yeah, basically it's like an upgrade for Bitcoin. It's going to allow smart contracts to be built on Bitcoin's network, and it's going to start in November. Greater transaction privacy and efficiency. So
yeah, this is okay. Yeah, because there's more to it than this. Okay, I know what this is now. Okay, so yeah, they want to introduce this smart contract feature into Bitcoin, but the problem with Bitcoin is too slow. It doesn't matter if you have a smart contract if it only moves, 2 miles an hour, and I'm on the highway and everybody's blowing you by. You know what I mean? You can't handle that many transactions per second when it comes to Bitcoin. And it's just a matter of the network itself. There's really nothing they can do about it. There's a bigger issue with Bitcoin, and that is the market cap. What the Taproot movement likes to consider their, the signature, price, the pride of Bitcoin is that it has a fixed market cap. Well, this is a problem. This is a problem that they have to fix. Bitcoin cannot have a fixed market cap. Otherwise, the miners are not going to get paid. Remember, because Because if we're not making any more Bitcoin, how are you gonna pay the miners? The person who's paying the fee is gonna have to pay the miner, if that's the case. But then that's gonna take away participation from the chain because nobody wants to fork out the full fee on a transaction, right? You want to send money to somebody else, there's a miner fee, and that miner fee right now is being paid by the Bitcoin that's being created by each transaction. Every time there's a transaction on the blockchain, a new token is, or part of a token is created. I don't care what token it is. That's how tokenomics work. The problem with Bitcoin is once it reaches like the 21 million, there's a freeze. It like stops making any more coin. So how you gonna pay? How you gonna pay these guys? How you gonna pay the miners? And the miner community is gonna go away, right? You can't make money. They're gonna go away somewhere else where they can make money. So that's an issue. They want to bring this smart contract. That stuff is good, but you got a cancer that you got to cure because this baby's gonna die. Right? That's gonna be guaranteed if they don't fix it. So yeah, the smart contract, you can do smart contract with Bitcoin right now. You could do wrap, right? Wrap BTC, right? Wrap BTC, it's a smart contract. It's a smart Bitcoin contract that you can do any transactions and build any project that you want to. So this is available right now at a much faster pace because the only bad thing is that you got to pay gas fee because now you're on Ethereum, right? So, that's my 2 cents on that. Now, if you want to move big money, Bitcoin is where it's at. Dude, it's slow, but it's cheap.
Yeah, a quote from the paragraph says, as more programmers build smart contracts on top of Bitcoin's blockchain, there is also the potential for more Bitcoin to become more of a player in the world of DeFi, or decentralized finance, a term used to describe financial applications designed to cut out the middleman.
Where is that at? Where are you reading that at?
On CNBC.com.
Okay.
It was basically about a taboo situation.
Yeah.
Bitcoin at its first pickle in 4 years. That's the title for it.
Yeah, I mean, so the words there is a potential, right? I mean,
Sure.
There's potential for, what's that shit token I was looking at earlier? What's my favorite? Calypso. There's potential for this thing to come back up too. But,
Yeah.
when is that going to happen?
By me being a Bitcoin maxi, I just appreciate the upgrade and the evolution, of the entire space in the whole.
Yeah.
So I
love
a
it,
lot
don't
of
get
things
me wrong,
definitely
yeah.
speculative. A lot of things definitely speculative, but it's definitely potential and definitely could be a great thing.
Yeah, but you gotta, I mean, I love Bitcoin, it was the first coin. It facilitated all of this great, things that we're doing. But you also got to be pragmatic, if there is a physical limitation of the product, then that's what it is, and Bitcoin's limitation is the speed. It's the speed, there may be an application there that can benefit from the smart contract situation, right? But now you're talking, it's not that many as compared to something like Ethereum, where you have thousands and thousands of applications already running on top of Ethereum, right? You don't have not one on top of Bitcoin. So, so these are the things that I'm looking at when I'm kind of making this evaluation. It's like, okay, how do they compare? Speed, the number of applications. Now, can Bitcoin catch up in 5 or 10 years? Of course. But things have to change, like the market cap. That is a physical limitation. That is a cancer. That is a cancer. They need to fix it. If they don't come up with a workaround for the miners, when it's the next 4 years, we got 2 more years before the next halving of Bitcoin. It's going to be a lot less fees for mining.
which would be less rewards for the miners.
Yeah, less rewards because it's less Bitcoin that's being created. So, and there's a market cap, right? So that market cap at the end is going to be, okay, we zero, no more rewards for the miners other than the fee. That is a problem. Yeah, this thing was like, woo. Okay, what else? What else? What else? Can anyone tell me what a smart contract is? Some of the folks that are maybe new.
Come on, y'all. Smart contract. What's a smart contract?
This is definitely not a smart contract. Let me see if I can find a good one. Oh yeah, I can. Docs is a good one. Yeah, this is a smart contract. It worked. Maybe we can use it. We use Docs. So a smart contract is something called the BEP20 or ERC20. And the reason why it's called a smart contract is because it has to follow a behavior, right? A specific behavior. So this is why these contracts have to be checked on Etherscan or BSC scan, right? Before you buy that token, because you don't know if it is in fact or not a smart contract. That's number one. Plus, you don't know if it's safe, if it's a virus, right? It could be, it's computer code. It could be a virus meant to steal your funds out of your wallet, right? So part of those, so there's a certain things that we're looking for behavior on a smart contract, right? You have to be able to sell tokens. You have to be able to buy tokens, right? You have to be able to mint, right? You have to be able to transfer. You have to be able to approve. There are certain functions that are standard of all smart contracts. So a smart contract is a smart contract because it follows all of those standards. If it doesn't follow the standards, then it's not a smart contract. We don't want to deal with it, right? Prime example, this one over here, right? Line 778, it's violating the principle of a smart contract, right? This is a private function. It should be a public function, but it's private. This function, swap tokens for ETH, should be public and it's private. So this is not a smart contract because it doesn't follow the principles of a smart contract, right? It doesn't follow the behavior of a smart contract, which is to allow people to sell what they bought. That is a normal behavior. So these are the things that I look for when I'm vetting a contract. If it doesn't have an audit, like this one says, no contract audit, right? If it has an audit, it at least lets me know that it meets the smart contract behavior, right? Because it's been audited and the audit validates at least those principles. So this is also the importance of audits, right? So you want to look at this audit thing, right? To see if it was done. To submit it, it has to be done. Oh, they can do it here. It's easier if you do it like you should be doing this through the blockchain, not through Etherscan or BSC scan. So that's how you check a contract to make sure that it's smart or not, right? The only thing the check mark tells you is that they submitted it, right, for everybody to see. It's basically what it says. They submitted the code and it's readable, right? It's human readable. This code is not human readable. I don't know what this says. A human cannot read it, right? So it doesn't have the check mark. Now, just because they have the check mark, it doesn't mean that it's a smart contract either, right? Because you can see here on that line, right? It's not a smart contract, but it has the check mark. Miners were kicked out of China. Yeah. And Ethereum, also one of the Ethereum protocols, one of the biggest ones, had 25% of the market of miners for Ethereum. They shut down their operation. That's why the gas fees went up severely like a week ago. All right, team. There's no more questions. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming. Appreciate it.
Definitely. Appreciate the knowledge, brother.
Yeah, appreciate you dropping it for everybody tonight.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. Anytime. We'll coordinate for the next one. And then folks in this group, you know, we can move on to something. You know, with the receiving of knowledge is also the testing of knowledge. So I'm gonna test you. Y'all gonna have to learn these words and these terms.
Love it.
All right.
Love it.
All right, team. So learn what a private key is, learn what a seed phrase is, right? All those good things. Go back to the video, right? And I'll see you in the next one.
Appreciate it, Jose.
All right, see you later.
All right, bro.
All right.